निपुण भारत, निपुण भारत, निपुण भारत.
Hello friends. In the video we have seen how when we use 6 parameters of futuristic education, then the speed of learning of the students increases. The name of the step is inspire the students to self-learn. Is this true? Do we believe in this? A child can learn on his own. As a teacher, as a principal, as a hostel rector, as a parent, we need to ask these questions to ourselves. I trust in this that a child can learn on his own. If the answer is yes, and that you believe that the child cannot learn on his own, then are you teaching the children is the next question. Is the answer to this question is yes, then you truly believe that a child cannot learn on his own. Because if you believe that a child can learn on his own, then it is no use of you to teach the child. But if I am teaching the child, it means I do not believe that the child cannot learn on his own. I have learnt about constructivism. And I'm accepting that child can learn on his own, then it is right. What does constructivism say? Constructivism says a child is his own teacher. That means based on his prior experience, he's analyzing his new knowledge into learning pattern and moving ahead. This is what constructivism or our building of knowledge is. When we agree to the subject and say the child can learn on his own, which is already accepted by science and you are also ready to accept it, then you should believe that yes, a child can learn on his own. If you do believe in this, then the second question is, when you believe that a child can learn on his own, then why are you teaching the children in your classroom? And if you are still teaching children in the classroom, then it means whatever the nature is telling us, whatever science is telling us, whatever constructivism is telling us, you do not believe in it. This is the reason you are still teaching children. If every person is able to learn on his own, then why I am still teaching? Why I am doing it? Then in the first place, it is very clear, if I really believe that a child can learn on his own, then I will not try and teach him. I will help him to learn on his own. I will create surroundings that will help him to self-learn. I will manage the circumstances such that the child will learn on his own. I will lead him so that you may self-learn. Whenever I try to teach a child, it means I do not believe that a child will learn on his own. Friends, if you want to work on this parameter, then you need to believe in yourself that you will be able to control yourself and you can hold yourself back. Friends, the problem is the child can learn on his own, but the scope that he needs to learn on his own and the speed at which he operates will be of his own. It might happen that initially this speed will be very less. When a child starts learning on his own, he loves in his own approach and in his own speed. What teachers feel is that a child will learn only when the teacher teaches in an excellent manner. But this is not true. So it is not that because you are exceptionally good teacher, so the child learns well. You yourself are feeling that because you are exceptional teacher, so the children are learning. Just because you want to feel exceptional, so you are teaching the children is a different matter. But the control that you need to have to make the child learn on his own is different. In this case, we will have to make some adjustments and try to think on our own. You will have to tell yourself that you don't have to teach him much and have control on yourself because the child can learn on his own. You need to believe in this, that he can learn on his own. You need to give this belief to yourself that a child can learn on his own. When we want to give this belief to ourselves, then the first work that we need to do is to stop teaching the child. Until you stop teaching the child, you will not be able to say that you truly believe that yes, a child can learn on his own. The belief that you will give yourself that the child can learn on his own, the belief that you will give yourself is that the child can learn on his own. The same belief you need to pass on to the students as well. Tell the children, yes, definitely, they can learn on their own. When we say that some children has less speed of education or that he is weaker in some sections, then you are actually trying to force your thoughts into the concerned child. There is no need to do this. But I am keeping on repeating the same thing. I am trying to impose my thoughts into the mind of the child. So it is our duty to first start believing that children can learn on their own, and once we get it, we should try and give this belief to the children. Every child in my class will be able to learn on his own. When we can give this belief to every child that every child can learn on his own, then the speed of education will improve. Today, we speak about this when we are trying to document things and in discussion that yes, children can learn on their own.